Friends, thank you so much for your incredible support on the last video. Your comments, your likes, and your kind words really inspired me to keep exploring this beautiful country. So today, I want to take you a little deeper to show you Poland not just as a destination, but as a place with its own rhythm, its own character, and its own quiet soul. Poland is one of those countries that keeps changing, yet never loses itself. It has managed to modernize without forgetting its roots, holding on to tradition while embracing the future with confidence. Here, history lives in the streets, in the buildings, and even in the way people move. And yet, there's this energy, a forward motion that makes you feel the country is alive, still growing, still reinventing itself. Many people think they know what Poland is like. But once you spend a few days here, you start to see how layered it really is. In the big cities, there's movement, business, and technology. In the smaller towns, calm, family life, and a sense of time that still moves slowly. It's a land of contrasts, and somehow, all of those contrasts make sense together. Yes, housing prices have gone up. In Warsaw or Krakow, rent can already feel close to Western Europe. But even so, Poland remains one of the most affordable countries in the European Union. Groceries, transport, cafes, and everyday services are still far cheaper than in France, Germany, or the Netherlands. And yet, the quality of life is solid. The cities are clean, transportation works, and you can feel that everyday comfort that makes life easier. There's a special kind of order here, not cold, not strict, but practical and human at the same time. The streets are safe, the parks are green, the public spaces are cared for. It feels like a country that's genuinely built for people, not just for cars or offices. And then there are the people themselves. Poles are often quiet at first, but genuine once you get to know them. They respect rules, they value time, and they believe in hard work. But there's also warmth, an honest, unpretentious kindness. You'll notice it when someone helps you find your way, or simply smiles at you for no reason. It's not loud friendliness. It's something real, something that stays with you. Finding work here isn't hard, especially for those with skills. The economy is steady, and the job market keeps expanding, from industry and logistics to IT, healthcare, and education. Many foreigners come here for a few months and end up staying for years, because Poland gives you something rare: stability. It has rhythm, opportunity, and space for both ambition and peace of mind. What I also love here is the respect for traditions. Even with all the modernity, Poland hasn't lost its roots. Sundays are still for family. During Christmas or Easter, everything slows down. Cities go quiet, stores close, and people just spend time together. It's not a sign of the past. It's a reminder that life is more than just work. What I truly admire is how Poles balance ambition with calm. After work, they go for walks, meet friends, sit outside cafes, or just enjoy the long summer evenings. It's a culture of small pleasures. And that's exactly what makes the country feel so peaceful. You don't have to chase excitement here. It naturally finds you in people's smiles, in their calm, in the sound of life moving at its own pace. Of course, Poland isn't perfect. It has its debates, its challenges, its own contradictions. But what stands out is progress. Steady, grounded human progress. Cities grow, the economy strengthens, and culture remains alive. It's a country that feels European not because of trends, but because of values, balance, community, and care. Thank you, my friends, for watching and for being part of this journey. Your support truly means a lot. Every view, every like, every comment, it helps me keep creating and sharing more stories from Europe. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It's free and it really helps the channel grow. Thank you again for your time. See you soon in the next city with new faces, new stories, and the same love for travel and life.
Welcome to my channel, Travel-y Voyage. Prague is one of those cities where you don't feel the urge to rush, record, or explain what you're seeing, because something more important is already happening. A feeling that settles in quietly, without asking for attention. It starts almost unnoticed. You walk a few streets, hear fragments of conversations, catch reflections in windows, and suddenly realize that Prague isn't performing for you. It's not trying to impress. It's simply being itself, and that honesty changes the way you look at everything around you. At some point, you stop focusing on buildings, and you start noticing people, especially women, because Czech women seem to carry the rhythm of this city in a very natural way, without effort, without exaggeration, without needing approval. Czech history shaped people here in a quiet but very specific way. This is a place where independence was learned early, where emotions were not always displayed openly, and where personal space has real value. That history didn't disappear. It simply turned into a mindset. Czech women are usually calm, grounded, and self-sufficient. They don't rush into conversations. They don't overreact. And they rarely try to impress someone they've just met. Confidence here is subtle. It doesn't announce itself. It's something you feel after a few moments, not something you see instantly. For many visitors, this feels unfamiliar at first. Some mistake it for distance or coldness, but it's not. It's emotional balance. Czech women don't rush connections because they don't need to fill silence or prove anything. In Prague, connections grow slowly, and that's exactly why they feel real. People notice consistency. They recognize familiar faces. They remember who you are not because you tried hard, but because you stayed present. Czech women usually respond better to calm presence than to active pursuit. Simple conversations work better than clever lines. Neutral topics feel safer than personal ones at the beginning. Eye contact matters, but intensity doesn't. Silence is not awkward here. It's normal. What creates attraction in Prague is not pressure, but comfort. When someone feels relaxed around you, when the interaction feels natural and unforced, curiosity appears on its own. And once it does, conversations start flowing without effort. Prague itself quietly supports this slower, more natural way of connecting. The city is built for walking, for repeated encounters, for small routines that slowly become familiar. You don't feel rushed from one place to another, and you don't feel the need to constantly search for something better or more exciting. Cafes invite you to stay longer than planned. Streets feel human-sized, not overwhelming. Parks are places where people actually spend time, not just pass through. And all of this creates an environment where interactions don't feel transactional. You're not meeting someone. You're simply sharing space for a moment. And that changes everything. In Prague, it feels normal to see the same faces again and again. Familiarity builds without effort. And with it comes a sense of trust that can't be forced. This is why Prague often feels easier for genuine connection than louder, faster cities. There's no pressure to impress quickly, no expectation of instant results. The city allows curiosity to grow naturally, and when that happens, conversations feel lighter, calmer, and more real. Czech women reflect Prague itself in a very honest way. They are rarely dramatic, rarely loud, and rarely interested in surface-level attention. Instead, there is a quiet strength, a sense of self that doesn't depend on external validation. They pay attention to details most people overlook: how someone listens, how consistent they are, how comfortable they seem in their own skin. Words matter less than behavior. Promises matter less than presence. And authenticity matters more than confidence performed for effect. Over time, this creates a different kind of attraction, one that isn't immediate but deeper, one that doesn't burn fast but stays warm. Prague teaches patience not as a strategy, but as a way of being, and Czech women respond to that energy almost instinctively. The city and its people move together at the same pace, guided by the same unspoken understanding that not everything needs to happen right now. Thanks for watching. And if you enjoy this calm, honest way of exploring cities, you're welcome to subscribe and continue the journey with me. There are cities that try to impress you immediately, that present themselves loudly as if they are afraid of being unnoticed. But Valencia is different, and its strength lies precisely in the fact that it demands nothing and proves nothing. There is no suffocating urgency here, no pressure to adapt to a rhythm already set before you arrived. And as you walk through wide streets, old quarters, past orange trees and toward the sea, you begin to notice how your body relaxes and your movements soften. Valencia does not dictate style. It does not force adaptation. It does not create tension. And perhaps that is why femininity unfolds here so naturally. Not as a performance for someone else, but as an inner state that needs no permission. And maybe that is why this city quietly, almost invisibly, draws women back again and again. Valencia lives through light, and this light is different from that of large capitals. It is warm, gentle, stretched across time, as if the city itself allows things to move without hurry and without pressure. The old town, with its narrow streets and stone facades, does not weigh on you with history. It simply coexists with the present, allowing today's life to flow naturally. Cafes remain open longer than necessary, conversations extend beyond plans, and day slowly dissolves into evening without a dramatic shift. By the sea, everything feels even slower, and when women walk along the promenade or sit facing the horizon, there is no rush in their posture, no unnecessary tension, because here there is nothing to prove to a city that already accepts you. Valencia creates space. Space to move lightly, to dress freely, to speak without restraint, to laugh without measuring who is watching. And in this absence of pressure, something subtle changes. Posture becomes softer, the step more confident, the gaze more relaxed. The city does not try to be the loudest or the most fashionable. It balances tradition and modern life so effortlessly that this balance begins to exist within you as well. And perhaps that is why many women leave, not only with photographs, but with a quiet sense of grounded confidence that stays long after the trip ends. The longer you remain here, the clearer it becomes that Valencia does not reshape you by force. It simply creates the conditions for you to unfold naturally. Perhaps the secret of this city is not in its landmarks or its beaches, but in the way it allows you to exist without roles and without constant expectation. Valencia does not impose, it supports, through light, through the sea, through its unhurried rhythm, and within that softness, confidence emerges quietly, but unmistakably. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe to the channel, share your thoughts in the comments, and tell me whether you have ever felt something similar in Valencia. Because sometimes a city speaks softly, yet its echo remains for a very long time. See you in the next journey.